The summer of 2014 saw the birth of Ambitiouz Entertainment, one of South Africa's biggest independent record labels that prides itself on being youthful and forward-thinking artist management that molds and guides their artists into reaching full potential and being a global multi-award winning powerhouse. With 15 magazine covers and 2 entries into Billboard charts peaking at number 1, Ambitiouz Entertainment marked its name in golden words by receiving 3 International BET Awards nominations and making history by being the first South African Afro-pop culture to bring home a BET Award. The label is owned by its founder, Kgosi Mahumapilu, who runs the label with dodgy business ethics. Since its establishment, Ambitiouz Entertainment has been involved in many controversial scandals, often with their artists when they want to leave the label. Artists that leave this label are often blackballed, publicly embarrassed or sued by the label. In most cases, artists often leave this label because of financial disagreements. In this video, we'll take a look at all the artists that were once victims of this label's brutality, from the very first artist to the latest artist that left the label recently. In 2014, Mahikeng rapper Fifi Cooper was approached by Kgosi Mahumapilu, who wanted to sponsor him music. But Fifi Cooper turned down his offer and told him that she needed resources to penetrate the music industry. A week later, Kgosi founded Ambitiouz Entertainment and signed Fifi Cooper as his first artist. In 2015, Fifi Cooper released music and went on to be a successful artist, winning at major award shows and headlining big concerts. Between 2015 and 2016, Fifi Cooper became a household name in the South African music industry, and her debut album was a huge success. But behind closed doors, Fifi Cooper was suffering financially and perhaps emotionally. Apparently, Ambitiouz Entertainment was not paying her for all the gigs that she did. She didn't know how much she was making, and she had to ask Kgosi, the label owner, for money every time she was broke. All her awards were taken by the label till this day. In 2017, she decided to leave the label, but Ambitiouz Entertainment prevented her from performing any music made while under the label. Fifi Cooper took the label to court, but the label won its initial legal battle. Then, EFF Commander-in-Chief Julius Malema stepped in to help Fifi Cooper by successfully fighting against the interdict placed on her music by Ambitiouz Entertainment. EFF's lawyer and Ambitiouz Entertainment then reached out-of-court settlement, which saw the rapper free to perform all of her music and release any music she likes in future without any legal battles. She celebrated by releasing a new album and said, "I did different things in the past because I was not in control of my creativity. But now that I am my own boss, I will stick to what I know best." Fifi Cooper successfully left the label in 2017. 2 other acts, Enquiries and Benchmark, dramatically left Ambitiouz Entertainment around the same time as Fifi Cooper. According to Enquiries, the main reason he left the label was because he was not getting paid, and he felt like his art direction was taken to a whole new domain which he was not comfortable with. First of all, Enquiries had no record deal with Ambitiouz Entertainment. He only had a verbal agreement with the label owner, Kgosi Mahumapilu. According to Enquiries, he was on trial run until Ambitiouz Entertainment could see his potential, then sign him.
You see, that's where it started. That's where the problem started, because me and the label owner had like a verbal agreement when I had approached them saying, yo, I'd like to sign to Ambitiouz Entertainment. You know, we had a verbal agreement that, okay, we're gonna take you in as our artist and we're gonna have you do a little trial run, and if everything goes well, we're gonna invest in you. And then ever since then, man, I've been asking for the contract, but it's been like, yeah, we still fixing it up. Yeah,
but the money's being made.
Yeah, we still, you know.
Through you.
Yeah.
Were you bringing in money by that point? Definitely.
Yeah.
During his time at Ambitiouz, the boy doing things dropped 2 projects, the Cutaways EP, which were songs that did not make it to the debut album, then Paradise, the album. The album, Paradise, did well on its own and had several hits and won major awards. In early 2017, Enquiries announced via Twitter that he left the label and released a song called Loyal, which he details his reason for leaving the label. In retaliation, Ambitiouz Entertainment signed then upcoming rapper Kid Tini, who immediately released a diss track aimed at Enquiries. Although Enquiries did not respond to the diss track, the label kept on trolling Enquiries on social media every time they got an opportunity to do so. Benchmark, on the other side, who left the label with Enquiries, remained quiet and fought the label in silence. The duo was signed by the label in 2014, then rose into prominence in 2015 with their single Bonang, which went viral on the streets. During their time at Ambitiouz Entertainment, they did not see much success but were always relevant, thanks to the label features that kept them on the spotlight. It is unclear as to why Ambitiouz Entertainment did not publicly fight them or take them to court. Maybe their contract had a loophole that they exploited. Either way, there was way less drama in their instance, but someone who left the label with so much drama was Amanda Black. In 2016, Amanda relocated to Johannesburg, and during that same year, she signed her record deal with Ambitiouz Entertainment. In the same year, she released her debut studio album, Amazulu, which was highly successful and received various accolades. In 2018, she left the label. According to Amanda, her relationship with the label soured when she started asking questions about her booking fee charges. On an article with Drum magazine, she was quoted saying, "They said, 'Don't worry about it, handle the music and we will handle the finances.' That was not going to work for me. I needed transparency. I needed to know how much money I was still owed from the advance they gave me and how much I was making for every performance." From there, things went from bad to worse. Amanda claimed she did not stop gigging even though she was not getting paid by the label. In fact, she said she used her savings to pay rent, her band, and transport, and survived for 5 months on her savings before she finally decided to leave the label. In July 2018, she decided to take legal action against Ambitiouz Entertainment. Her first lawyer assisted her until she couldn't afford the fees. Her second lawyer, which was a family friend, pulled out too. Her third lawyer didn't require upfront payment and stuck with her until the end. She eventually won the court case, and Ambitiouz Entertainment was ordered to pay 1 million for overdue payment for bookings. She also terminated her deal with the label and started her own label, Afro Rockstar, which signed a partnership deal with Sony Music. But Amanda Black and Fifi Cooper are not the only female artists that suffered the brutality of Ambitiouz Entertainment. Female rapper Gigi Lamayne is also one of their victims. Gigi signed with Ambitiouz in 2018 after leaving Mabala Noise. Under the label, she released a few singles but quickly left in less than a year after being signed. Gigi never really went into specifics about what happened during her time at Ambitiouz. Instead, she said that she almost lost her life and she was at a breaking point and that she was super broke. But as usual, Gigi may have left the label because of financial differences. After all, at that point, no artist left the label without complaining about finances. Or maybe, just maybe, Pretty Ugly was a different case study. Pretty signed with Ambitiouz Entertainment in 2017 and later started dropping back-to-back hits in the same year. His biggest difference with the label, however, was not strictly tied with the finances but was more of a creative thing. On an article with Slicker, Pretty mentioned that his debut album, Egypt, was deliberately put together to appeal to a wide audience instead of his niche rap fans. So when they put out songs, they mainly focus on picking hits instead of telling a story. In another interview with Buddha T, he said he was super broke too and he relied on sponsorship money. Although Ambitiouz Entertainment offered Pretty Ugly several advances, Pretty said he never took any advances because he was scared of being trapped with money. In late 2018, Pretty Ugly left Ambitiouz Entertainment without any huge drama. Compared to other artists, Pretty had a smooth exit, or maybe he kept quiet about the things that happened. Either way, not everyone has to keep things close to their chest. MT had the loudest exit at Ambitiouz Entertainment. MT was one of the very first artists to sign on the label. The hustler signed the deal with the label in 2014. He then rose to fame and achieved a whole lot of success with the label. In fact, most people, including me, caught wind of Ambitiouz Entertainment through MT. MT rose to fame in 2015 with his smash single Roll Up and went on to drop 3 more projects with the label. For years, people were speculating that MT was getting financially robbed by the label, but he always dismissed those claims on interviews and public appearances.
Does Ambitiouz take like a huge chunk, a fair chunk? Do you ever look at the chunk they take and think, this is too much? Or are you comfortable with the chunk they have?
Man, I came from zero, you know, like nothing. So any and everything that they had given to me, whether it was an opportunity or shot or money or an advance, whatever, like I still appreciate my first shake from them till this day, you know? I guess that's how I grew up, like just keeping it real.
In 2019, MT announced that he was planning on leaving the label. MT said he started to get frustrated with the label after he overworked himself, performing as many as 6 gigs in one night for a standard salary of less than 20,000 rands a month.
Bro, let's roll up, dog. Bro.
I remember I did 6 shows in one night. That night, after that night, my body was fucked. Like I was tired. And I don't get tired. You know, I'm a hustler. So I'm like, no, man, here I'm working too much, man. You know, but I still have to wait for a month end.
With one song performance. How much was your salary? 50K, 60? Yeah, I mean, that's MT decent starting.
Nah, that wasn't the starting.
Shit, and you was taking it like, this time?
Less, way less.
Damn, so under 20.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, bro.
You feel me?
And
this was when Roll Up was out already.
In terms of leaving the label, Ambitiouz Entertainment didn't make it easy for him at all, despite fulfilling all his contractual obligations. The label repossessed the house and cars they bought him. According to Ambitiouz, the house and cars were not part of MT's contract, but were gifts that were given to him by the label. MT's wife and kids were forced to go live with his in-laws while he was sorting out his mess with the label. According to MT, that period was some of the toughest times of his life. In late 2019, MT finally left the label and established his own record label, MT Records. Ambitiouz Entertainment still owns the rights of his first 3 projects. After he left, they gave Black Diamond his house and his cars as gifts, but a year later, Black Diamond also left the label in a chaotic drama as well. Black Diamond initially met and signed with Ambitiouz Entertainment in 2017. Shortly after signing, they released their debut album, which was already done prior signing to the label. They went to release more music and projects, which all became extremely successful and built themselves a solid fan base all around Southern Africa in a short period of time. In December 2021, though, the duo quietly left the label and established their own independent record label. In an interview with McG, the duo said they left Ambitiouz Entertainment because there was a disconnect between their vision and the label. Black Diamond wanted to tap into the African market, whereas Ambitiouz Entertainment was scared that they're gonna lose their local fan base. Either way, after leaving the label, drama started to snowball as expected. In October 2022, Ambitiouz removed Black Diamond's song Koma from YouTube after claiming copyright of the song. Black Diamond took the label to court and won the case. Then they released another song, enquiries, which the label also removed from YouTube. The duo took the label to court again and won again.
We would drop music and then our previous record label would just go out there on YouTube and try to take down our music, claim copyright claim, you know. Yeah, man, basically that's why we took them to court. After we legally ended our relationship with them. When was it? Last year, right? 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, 2022 early. The first 6 months of 2022, we were going through that process, and after we were done with that process, we started dropping music, and then they started like sending copyright claims to all the songs that we were dropping, and that's the reason why we basically took them to court, and yeah, we won the case now. So.
According to Ambitiouz Entertainment boss Khosi, Black Diamond created a problem when they breached their contract with the label. He said the label had dedicated time, energy, resources, and substantial amount of capital to initiate the duo's career with the expectation of receiving a return on investment when they released 3 albums. Because Ambitiouz Entertainment is very secretive when it comes to finances, it's hard to tell if Black Diamond did not make a return on the label's investment. Maybe not directly via their music or streams, but I'm sure they made close enough via their shows and tours. Either way, Black Diamond managed to defeat Ambitiouz Entertainment 3 times in court in a row. Unlike other artists, Black Diamond did not reveal any financial issues with the label, rather than the fact that the label did not want them to leave. Ambitiouz has repeatedly trolled Black Diamond on social media and even went as far as releasing a solo album for Danya Devs, who's part of Black Diamond. Instead of going back and forth with Ambitiouz trolls, Black Diamond ignores the label and refers to it as the bitter ex, and they are not the only ones that believe that. Intaba Yase Dubai believes it too. Intaba Yase Dubai joined the label in 2020 and shortly released his smash hit Imali Ningi with Big Zulu, which was a huge success during 2020 thanks to Tutuzane Zuma, who started the challenge of the song, which went viral. Imali Ningi dominated radio, TV and streaming charts in 2020 and launched Dubai's career. While under Ambitiouz, he continued to drop singles, but his stay in the label was short-lived. In 2022, he announced via social media posts that he left Ambitiouz, and he also detailed his reason. He also made an appearance on McG's podcast where he explained his reasons for leaving the label. According to him, he was getting paid $3,700 per month from the label despite making a lot of money from gigs and endorsement deals. He was also complaining that he never received his share of the money from a KFC advert that used Imali Ningi. His whole frustration was based around the fact that the label was straining him financially. He didn't know how much he was supposed to be paid, and in many occasions they missed his payments. Eventually, Intaba Yase Dubai breached his contract and left the label. In retaliation, Ambitiouz released a compilation album of Intaba Yase Dubai's songs without his permission, then legally stopped him from releasing any music. Dubai was supposed to release 6 albums under Ambitiouz according to his contract. By leaving the label, he breached the contract, which meant any music he made in future legally belongs to Ambitiouz, or he has to pay their initial investment. Regardless, Intaba Yase Dubai was not the last artist to be on Ambitiouz's bad books. Malume Vector also went to war with this label. Malume Vector joined this controversial label in 2020 and quickly started dropping back-to-back hit singles. It didn't even take a while for the label to understand Malume Vector's brand. They understood his sound and marketed him to an audience that was unrepresented, which made him propel easily as he was not competing with many artists. But as time went by, Malume Vector's hype started to slowly decline and the label focused on other artists. Before Vector left the label, Ambitiouz was focused their attention on fighting their legal battles with Intaba Yase Dubai and Black Diamond. Vector, on the other side, felt neglected and not recognized, as he felt that the company should have used all the money and resources to take him to another level. So, in early 2023, Vector suddenly left the label out of the blue. Just like Dubai and Black Diamond, Vector left the label before his contract was over. In simple terms, he also breached his contract. As expected, Ambitiouz also took him to court. But at that point, Vector didn't really care. He released a song called Go Ahead, which detailed his reasons for leaving the label and how he was treated financially. Like many other artists before him, Vector was in bad financial state. Ambitiouz didn't pay him enough money, which is perhaps the real reason he left the label. Despite the hardships, Malume Vector expressed gratitude towards his former boss for everything that was done for him. From a business standpoint, I fully understand why Ambitiouz Entertainment is acting the way that they do. At the end of the day, they are running a business and there are many people in that office who are responsible for these artists' careers. Those people have families too and they also need to eat. But I think the most important thing is to be transparent. If the label owner, Khosi, just focused on signing and developing artists, then leave the management to other people, his labels would have been way bigger than it is. The problem with them is that they want to control every aspect of the business, from recording, marketing, PR, handling bookings, visuals, and distribution. Everything is done by them, which make things look weird when they deduct a huge amount of money without justifying it. Anyway, this is just my 2 cents. The intention of this video is not to trash Ambitiouz Entertainment, and obviously we didn't cover all former Ambitiouz Entertainment artists on this video because some left quietly and there is little information about their time at Ambitiouz, like Java and Saudi for instance. But anyways, let us know what you think in the comment section and we shall respond with our own thoughts. Until next time, stay safe guys.